Imagine a vast port on the shores of the Pacific Ocean. The midday sun casts a dazzling glare across the sea, while the roar of warship engines mixes with the clink of steel from giant cranes swinging overhead. This is Subic Bay Harbor, one of the Philippines' strategic ports, and today it is the stage for a military logistics operation of unprecedented scale in recent years. From a distance, the silhouette of a giant American transport ship begins to emerge. Its towering hull, painted navy gray, features a large white star on its side. This is no ordinary warship. It is a military sea-lift command vessel, a transport vessel designed to move large quantities of military equipment quickly and efficiently. As the ship docks, a frenzy erupts on the dock. Dozens of American and Filipino soldiers, wearing reflective vests, helmets, and communication headsets, move quickly. They signal to the crane operator to begin lifting the first load, an M1 Abrams armored vehicle gleaming in the sunlight. Iron chains clink, steel grinds, and the 60-ton tank slowly makes its way down the steel ramp to the dock. It wasn't just tanks. From the ship's belly, one by one, HIMARS, long-range rocket launchers, were unloaded. Behind them, rows of FMTV logistics trucks, JLTV tactical vehicles, ammunition containers, and even advanced AN/TPQ-53 radar equipment began to be unloaded. All of this was arranged with military precision in a staging area at the edge of the dock. This scene was no ordinary unloading. Every movement, every vehicle that disembarked, was part of Operation Salaknib 2025, a major joint exercise between the United States and the Philippines. The ultimate goal was clear: to strengthen combat readiness, enhance interoperability, and send a strong signal to any party that dared threaten stability in the Indo-Pacific region. From above, a surveillance drone captured a scene that almost resembled a giant chess game. Military cargo ships lined the dockside. Behind them, Arleigh Burke-class warships guarding the perimeter. American and Philippine flags flew side by side, a symbol of strategic cooperation that had existed for decades since the Cold War. A U.S. Army logistics officer, Lieutenant Colonel Marcus Hill, stood at the edge of the dock observing every move. In a brief interview, he explained that the scale of the logistics this time involved more than 10,000 tons of equipment, from heavy vehicles and ammunition to communications equipment and even medium-range air defense systems. All of this, he said, is a vital asset to ensure that any deployed force can fight effectively whenever needed. For the Filipino people, this scene had a dual meaning. On the one hand, it demonstrated America's commitment to supporting the defense of its allies in Southeast Asia. On the other, it also reminded them that tensions in the region, particularly in the South China Sea, were escalating. And behind the seemingly routine unloading activity, there was a very clear diplomatic message. America was present, ready, and willing to defend its allies' territories. Transport trucks began lining up, transporting equipment from the port to the nearest military base. The road leading to the base was lined with military convoys escorted by Philippine military police vehicles. Along the route, local residents paused to watch the giant military convoy pass by. Some took pictures with their phones, some waved, and still others simply stood there, with a mixture of awe and wariness. In the port area, crane operators continued to work non-stop. A large container labeled "Classified" was slowly lifted from the ship's hull and placed on a special truck. No one would comment on its contents, but speculation suggested it was a sensitive component for a sophisticated weapon system to be used in the joint exercise. Meanwhile, technical units from both countries were seen inspecting the condition of the vehicles after the long sea voyage. Tires were checked, weapons were cleaned, and electronic systems were retested. Everything was carried out with great discipline, as if they were to enter the battlefield the next morning. As the unloading process neared completion, the atmosphere at the port remained tense. Behind all this was meticulous preparation involving hundreds of personnel, interagency coordination, and months of planning. Salaknib 2025 was not just a combat exercise, it was a demonstration of logistical prowess, something often overlooked, yet key to the success of modern military operations. As the sun moved westward, American ships at the docks began to slow down. Some were empty, preparing to leave port to pick up other equipment from the port.
Yeah, like that.